Welcome back to TechnoSurgeon YouTube channel. So we have some news regarding AMD first of all, and it's regarding the APU's 8000G series, and basically someone was able to overclock their DDR5 G-Skill RAM to 10,000 mega transfers per second, and yeah, it is insane, and it comes from G-Skill, and we know that system mem- system memory is directly responsible for the graphics performance for these APUs, and at 10,600 megahertz transfers per second, it will be an absolute best. But we don't know any benchmarks of it. But there is one benchmark which is coming from a reputable source, and it is regarding 9,000 mega transfers per second at DDR5, and this is absolutely insane. Ryzen 7 8700G got an uplift of 15% at that price, at that 9,000 mega transfer per second. Do not, if it comes at 10,000, it will be almost 20%. But yeah, and next up, regarding AMD has removed their run from 8700G ECC support, where previously it was showing yes, it requires platform support, but it's ECC. But we know that DDR5 also comes with ECC, it's error correction, and yeah, DDR5 comes with error correction, but once it gets out of the RAM, there's no error correction when it has any faults in it. But AMD has silently removed this feature from 8000, and AMD rep has said that removed mention of ECC technology from the specification of Ryzen 3, Ryzen 5, 8000 series. The technology also cannot be enabled on motherboard, so it was not supported from the start. Maybe this is why they will be working on Pro series, which might come later down the line. But it's a bummer to see that you tout a feature which should be there, but then you remove it. And next up, we have some news regarding Pro GPUs, and it's not a news; it's like good news. Basically, with the launch of RTX Super series, RTX 4080 Super, which is technically RTX 4080, but it is much lower price. And to combat this, AMD has lowered the pricing of 7900 XT, and now you can get 7900 XT at 700 bucks. Yeah, it's 699.99, but it's 700 bucks, and it's just shows how much competition is necessary, because 7900 XT was launched at 900 bucks when it first launched, and it was a competitor to RTX 4080. But now RTX 4080 Super is at 1000 bucks, so they lowered the price of RX 7900 XT to just 700 bucks. It's $300 less. And if you think about a pure rasterization performance, 7900 XT goes toe to toe with RTX 4070 Ti and stuff, and that price point is pretty nice. If you consider ray tracing, then you should go with RTX series. And lastly, for today, we have some news regarding AMD and things, but it's a pretty nice news. Basically, NVIDIA. It comes from Digital Foundry per se, and they were able to mod FSR3 frame generation with DLSS basically, and it just breathed a new life in old RTX 20 series and 30 series cards. And here you can say upscaling technology to be FSR, so it works in conjunction with DLSS, and it just gives awesome FPS boost, like making FSR3 open source just made this old GPUs pretty valuable. As you can see in Cyberpunk, it just got over 100 FPS with frame generation on with RTX 3080, while it is not possible on DLSS 2. Yeah, Nvidia didn't do DLSS 3 on their old 20 series or 30 series, but by making AMD, just by making FSR3 open source, it just breathes new life into these old cards, and with modding community, it will be done. But yeah, it's a pretty nice thing to see. And maybe open source is the future. I don't know anything about it. But yeah, that's it from me today. What do you think about the news? Sound of your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe.